Hello everyone, my name is Jamaica, and as most of you know, I prefer to be called Mika. Um, Today I chose to do my commemorative speech on child abuse. This is something that I very rarely hear anything about anymore. I used to hear a lot, but now I hear nothing, so I just would like to shed some light to the cause. Child abuse is defined as a non-accidental injury that causes damage to a child without a reasonable explanation. More than 3 million reports are being made every year. In 10 seconds, every 10 seconds, a case is being reported. Guys, that's a lot. That's about 6 cases every minute. And half of those cases have to do with alcohol or drugs, whether that's an alcoholic mom or a drug dealing daddy. There's child abuse could be broken down into 4 different categories. Most of us only know about the physical, but there's more to it than physical. There's the sexual, there's the emotional, and there's the neglect. Yes, neglect is a type of child abuse. I'm also going to teach you about some of the signs and symptoms of abuse and what to do in case you ever find out someone that you know is being abused. Um, Physical abuse, excuse me, tongue-tied. Physical abuse is defined as harm to a child. This may happen if a child is being punished too harshly. As a result, a minor injury could be something such as a scratch or a bruise. A major injury, such as shaking, could result in death. The picture, I do have some graphic pictures in here, guys. This picture here it looks like appears to be a little girl being spanked, or about to be spanked. Well, not spanked, beaten. Her face is bruised and she appears to be very scared. Sexual abuse. This occurs when a person uses power over a child. Most of the time they use their age. I'm older than you, so you have to do as I say. Or they're intelligent. They can manipulate the child to make them do whatever it is that they want them to do. Or strength. I'm bigger than you, meaning that I can beat you type of deal. Most of the time they get the child to participate in such acts by threats. If you don't do this, I'm going to hurt your mommy. Bribery. If you do this, I'll give you a piece of candy. Or just simply by lying. I'm your Uncle Jim, so it's okay to do that. In this picture I have a woman who's clearly being sexual abuse. She's tied up. She appears to be dirty, and clothes are all torn and ripped, like she's been used as a sex slave. Another type of abuse is called neglect. Neglect is defined as a parent or caregiver who does not provide the basic emotional and physical needs. This is anything from food, clothes, water, education, health, a safe environment. Nowadays, education is being defined as neglect. You're neglecting to fulfill. You're neglecting to provide knowledge. In this picture, I have. In this slide, I chose to have a picture of this malnourished little boy. His clothes are torn and dirty. His nose is running, and he just appears to be hungry and not happy, really. Another type of abuse is emotional abuse, and this is when a parent or caregiver uses rejection, humiliation, corrupting behavior when interacting with a child. This is anything from telling them that they suck, they will never be good at anything, to parents, people fighting in front of them all the time. That's not good for a child. And how else, that's a child is mind is like a sponge. It soaks up everything, and so you telling them that could cause potential damage. They couldn't grow properly and gain all the feedback or knowledge that they can. Spanking, this is a controversial topic. Most people would agree that they don't spank their child. Well, I'm different. I spank my child, but that's just it. I spank my child. I don't beat my child. My child is 3 years old. What I do is I spank her on the butt 3 times if, for whatever reason, she needs a spanking. Um, Parents, it's up to you. You can dictate what gets a spanking and what doesn't. Like, for instance, my child automatically knows, if we go in the store and you steal, if you disrespect your teacher at all, I mean, just any of those things, that's grounds for a spanking, because you know that that's wrong. You know that that's wrong. I've told you that it's wrong, so I'm not even gonna bother to waste my breath on that. When you're getting a spanking, some of the reasons that kids are being spanked or being abused, I should say, would be from the stresses of their job and finances. That's just it. If you choose to spank your kid, then some of the proper techniques I think would go closely with the bottom picture. This is to me the proper way to spank a child, on their butt with clothes on. I don't know why people think beating their kid butt naked is going to do anything, but it's not. So this is what I think we should all revert back to when it comes to spanking your child. One of the pictures is of a little boy. He's in a tub, apparently scared for his life. He appears to be bleeding and crying and just afraid all over. The other picture is, it appears to be a baby, and the guy is stepping on the baby for whatever reason. These are horrible pictures, I agree, but I just would like to shed some light on how serious child abuse really is. If you choose to spank your child, do it the right way. There's all kinds of reasons. I never spank your child without warning them. That's just like saying, like I said, I get a spanking and I don't even know what it's for. But grounds for no talking at all, like you automatically getting a spanking, would be stealing, fighting, talking back to a grown-up, any of that. You should limit one spank per age for young kids. So like I said, 2, 3, 4-year-olds, you get that numbers. However old you are, that's how many spanks that you get. A child should never, never be struck anywhere other than the bottom, and it needs to be clothed. Like I said, don't spank your child bare bottom. If a child still has webs on them after 4 or so minutes, that means you beat them too hard. The point of a spanking is for pain, but not for bruises. Some other type of punishments that I think you would be helpful would be taking away something that they enjoy. I mean, come on, guys, you don't always have to spank your child for everything. Just take away some of the things that they value. For small children, it might be toys. For older kids, it could be cell phones. I know a good thing, what works for me and my daughter would be taking away her puppy. Yeah, she loves her puppy, so if you take it away from her, she'll do whatever you want to get him back. Also, be a good model and stay consistent, meaning if something is wrong today, it's going to be wrong tomorrow. Don't flip-flop on them. The kids get confused. You get confused. So don't flip-flop on them. Let them know hey, this is why you're getting the spanking, or this is why I'm taking away your cell phone, or this is why I'm taking away your toy. You can't assume that they know. You have to tell them. Some of the signs and symptoms could be unexplained bruises or broken bones. Kids tend to tell you, fell off my bike, something, so that, because they're afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid that whoever finds out is going to come back and hurt them or anything. The picture of a boy, he's malnourished apparently. And this picture here is the bottom of a baby that was sexually assaulted, sexually abused. I know that is a bit of a graphic picture, but things are real. Another sign and symptom of what's going on at home, pain, and when they walk or sit or just anywhere on their back. You don't know what's on their back. They're in pain, they having nightmares, if they have fear of going home. Those are all signs to look for a child being abused. I took the liberty of putting together South Carolina's abuse. These are the names, and I'm tongue-tied, sorry. This is the name of who you reported to, Sumter County DSS, and they're located on 105 North Magnolia Street. If most of you are familiar with Sumter, that's over there near the courthouse, I believe. A good telephone number for them would be 803-773-5531. And if you want to report anything after hours, there's 803-775-2273. Guys, if you know anyone that's being abused, you could potentially save their life. So, save a life, save a child. If you know anyone, don't keep your mouth closed. Most people, such as teachers, they're required to report if a child is being maltreated in any type of way. So most people think it's not their business. I don't want to get involved or whatever, but you should. You should. If you know someone, you can remain anonymous. Just please report it. Thank you guys. I appreciate you for listening. If you know someone that's been physically, sexually, emotionally, or neglected at all, don't be afraid to speak up. Do something. I thank you guys for listening. As always, I look forward to your feedback.